Yeah.
So yeah, guys, good evening. Welcome to the New York session live trading with myself. Let me see what's happening. I think there's news happening. So so these are the new London session trades that I called in the morning. What I'm gonna do, I just look at these things afresh. So I've been waiting for this trade all day, and I think it's already why. Looks like the euro pairs, I think there's news that has happened or something, and they're just looking like they're dropping. Trying to retest this previous level, previous zone. So potentially Euro JPY is looking like it wants to push lower. I want to see if this will break structure here. Then yeah, we can see if there's a possible entry or it's just going to reject and keep pushing up. So this zone here, because potentially it could just continue pushing to the upside. Yeah. This is actually a trade from the London session, so it's still playing out. It's not yet hit stop loss, but it was in profit. Possibly this is a retest and a continuation. GJ may just very well be pushing to the upside still. It's retested this zone here. So it tried to push lower, but this zone seems to be very strong. You may actually be going into a buy. Okay, so 4 p.m. Generally, GJ is kind of pushing to the upside. It's dropped and then consolidated for a bit, and now looks like it's trying to retest, previous levels. And I think if it breaks this level here, we're definitely will be pushing to the upside. Okay, guys, I'm just scanning the pairs. So let's look at the different, what's happening, confirm the trend.
Hello, Lillian. I have a question.
Okay, I may not be able to answer your question right now, but okay, go ahead. Uh-huh. Go ahead.
I was trying
Okay, I can't hear you. I don't maybe is it my end? Is it my
to ask
internet?
you, when you have take profit oil of them.
Sorry?
I was asking, is it advisable when we have take profit one, two, three to take the take profit three? It's
I think you're breaking
at the
up.
end, not to take the other ones. Is it only one?
Is it advisable to take all the profits? Okay, I don't know if I got it right because you were breaking up.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Is it advisable to make
No, it's advisable to decide how many pips you want to get in a
to
day.
single it as one single trade after your trade? Yeah.
Okay, if I understand your question, you're asking, is it advisable to put all the
As you
targets?
normally give, and then monitor.
Okay, let me also explain, just for your understanding. When I give a trade idea, um, usually, yes, I give TP1, TP2, TP3. So for example, I'll be like, okay, fine, maybe we're on GBP NZD. I'm waiting for this trade to possibly get to this level,
Yes, ma'am.
1.95810. Literally, that's what I'm waiting for to happen. I don't know if it will happen today or it will happen or it won't happen. And then I'll be like, okay, put my stop loss around there, and then I'll be like, okay, where do I think the take profit will be based on what I'm seeing on the chart? I'll probably put it around that level, 74 pips, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's if only it comes down to this level. So this is the long range of this trade. Okay, it's been on a downtrend. So I'm thinking that once it bounces onto this level, it will push up and bounce up to this level, the 74, maybe even let's say, yeah, about 70, let's say even 57 at a minimum, and let's say, so let's even push it at 70 pips. Yeah. So that's the target. So if you're trading GBP and ZD, yeah, the way I would
Yes.
approach it as a trader, because we are all different traders, we all have different accounts. You have to decide how many pips do I need to take um, to make my daily target. So let's say you want to make, like the guy in the group today who asked about how much do I need to make $40, right? The question is how many pips the question is how many pips do you need, yeah, to make $40? So that will be very, very dependent. Now if you have a big account size, you may not need to take too many trades. You can just put a bigger lot and maybe take one or two trades, and you will still get your 40 pips. So if
Exactly.
you think like that, yeah, it actually is easier than you thinking about take profit one, two, three, and four. So
Yes, ma'am.
based on that, you also decide what pairs am I going to be trading. There are some people who don't like GBP pairs. There are some people who it is not advisable to trade, let's say, the indices or gold if you have a small account, because maybe, um, it moves too fast, or, you can extend your account. It just, all these factors are very dependable on your account size and what your individual target is as a trader. So, for example, for me, let's say I'm saying I want to make, like, let's say, I want to do in a month, period of a month, I want to possibly do maybe 150 pips. So then I divide that by the number of trading days in the month that I'll be trading. So if I trade 2 or 3 times in a week or 4 times in a week, I can divide by that, right?
Okay.
So if it's 150 divided by 4, let me say by 20 trading days, because you usually have 20 trading days. Wait, 150 divide by 20. Wait, 150 pips divided by 20 days is 7.5 pips a day.
47. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's like taking 1 trade a day. That's really accurate. Have I done my calculation correctly? Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
actually, you just need 10 pips a day. So do you need to wait for this 70 pips? No. You just take TP1.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes.
Yeah. So you can approach it from the pips, or you can approach it from, let's say you want to make $40. You then, based on your account, you just now use the lot sizes to calculate what lot size do you use so that you can get the $40. So if you know you need 10 pips a day to hit 150, what does 10 pips mean? You can even take 2 trades of 5 pips. If you want, you can twin trade. So you enter the same trade twice, but you do 5 pips instead of waiting for 1 trade for 10 pips. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
And now you just put your lot size. So if you want $40, 10 pips for $40, you need a big account, right?
Yes,
You need a lot size of 0. Because if it's a lot size of $10 per pip. So if it's 10 pips, that's $100. So you don't need a lot size of 1. You need a lot size of, let's say, are there mathematicians in the house? 0.5 lots, or even 0.4 lots, depending on what you're trading. Yeah, so that's how you calculate. And if you're trading 0.4 lot, what account size do you need?
$4,000.
Yeah, actually you can trade 1 lot you can even trade 2 lots on $4,000. It just depends on, I mean, the best obviously is 0.4, but you can actually do 1 lot size on $4,000 depending on your leverage. Whether your leverage with your broker is 1 to 100 or 1 to 500, you can comfortably trade 10 pips. So it's all a matter of just doing your own calculation first, and then determining. You don't need all the pips that I give. And what I've noticed also, I think it's much easier for people to take the first and second TPs rather than wait for the third TPs. For example, for me, when it comes to pairs like gold and indices, I don't like to take anything less than 40 pips, 50 pips. So I'll just wait for my trade. Even if it pulls back, I'll just wait. If it hits stop loss, that's fine. It's a risk I'm willing to take because, yeah, but currencies, 10, 20 pips. But if you're trading one pair, okay, and you've traded the pairs, you've traded with me for a while, so you can tell the pairs that you like already. You can just wait for some of these trades, right? And then you trail your stop loss. I did that. I talked to people about trailing stop loss today in our beginners class. So, and I showed you guys how to do that on your MT4 on your laptop, meaning that you can forget about your trade. So even if you don't put a final, you can put your final target as TP3 and then automatically trail your stop even while you're away. So as the trade is moving into profit, it's automatically trailing your stop. Yeah. So I hope I've answered that question, because if we answer it the other way, the way you asked, it won't work because it will depend from person to person.
Of course, of course.
Okay, so if you will allow me, let me just get started because it's now 4:17. I just want to ensure I know the trades we're getting into.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. GBP JPY. Okay, so I'm looking at GBP, USD, GBP, JPY. But I'm still waiting. There's potential for this trade to reject this level here and continue to the upside. So that's actually what I'm looking out for. Or it could just push through, and if it breaks below, it's probably trying to make a way for the where it broke out of this zone down here. So those are the two options I'm looking at. But it's for 419. Let me see. Let's see what happens, how this candle closes. As I look at other pairs, Euro, USD. So Euro USD has generally been on a downtrend, and you guys can see it's just been forming lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. But this is I mean, this level here, it's already broken this initial level here. It may push lower, but I'm still skeptical about whether it will get to the next. I feel like we may see a continuation to the upside. So the next level target for it is the 1.17867. But I'm kind of bullish on EU. I don't know. Let's look at Euro NZD. Oh, some of these pairs look so not nice. So what are Euro NZD? This was, I think, yesterday. Okay, so it's been pushing lower. This is on the 4-hour. It's back at this previous support and resistance. We may see another attempt to come to push lower, but there's a bit of a rejection here on the 4-hour candle here. Just so we are seeing this rejection here, which is what I'm beginning to think is happening to Euro NZD. So we are seeing it actually, this is the 5 minutes. When it broke through here, it hasn't been back here before and didn't quite get to the exact level, but it's been pushing up, and I'm beginning to think that this could be a good, if it breaks structure up here, you could actually get into a buy. If we do break structure up here. So just waiting to see. So potentially, just put it like Just putting the stop loss on the previous low, this here. But I want to see what happens. We still have time. That's EN. So I'm just writing them down so that I remember when I'm calling them out. I want to look at GU. In case I forget, guys, remind me to look at GU, GJ, EN. Similar, 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 similar with AUDJPY. Okay, so GJ must be on the move as well. I'm also looking at AUDJPY. Okay. 7 more minutes for the candle to close. Let me just confirm with you. So we are retesting a level of structure here. So let's see if it pushes lower to this level here. If not, then we probably will be rejecting this at this zone and pushing on to the upside. Probably put my TP around there. Potentially. So that's EU. If you guys see it moving before I say anything, feel free to let me know. JPY is on the move as well. So what happened? It came down, retested this level, and is now pushing up. So it's rejected the kind of like rejecting the push down. If you guys notice up here, just it broke structure and has come and has retested. So I'll wait and see. Let me just confirm with NZTJPY. So generally we're looking kind of bullish, but with these tops here, this could just be fake outs happening as well. So we have to be careful. It's already covered this distance, so I'm not sure we'll see anything, a lot of movement there. Yes. Wait and see if there's a rejection or if it breaks through. It's 30. It's 30 kind of just clear. Okay, so gold looks like it's German 30 is at a resistance zone. been ranging sideways. So whether it breaks through, I'm not so sure it will break through tonight to the upside. It's a very strong level. So I'm still anticipating some rejection, even if it pushes up. I'm anticipating some rejection. Let me just go back to what we looked at, GBP, JPY, so that you don't miss anything just in case. Okay, so we've broken back into this zone here. What else was I looking at? GBP, USD, GU, Euro, NZD. It's for 30. So guys, sometimes you just have to wait. Like I'm just waiting. Okay, gold is moving very fast, but I think we can sell gold. So let me just trying to type and do this at the same time is not very easy. Copy, paste. New York session, New York. But if you guys are here, you can sell gold. Just sell gold. Just sell gold. Let me give you the entry first of all. This is what. So 1800. Okay, so sell stop 1800.51 is the entry. 1879.51 TP1. 1879. 78.51 is TP2. And then TP3 1786.71. TP3, which is about, actually, let me put this at 100, just at the zone, exactly at the zone. And that is 1790. Okay, so 1790. 1790.36. And that is 100 pips. Okay, so the sell stop is at 1804, 1804.72, right? And that's at about 42 pips. Yeah. Okay, let me look at AUD, JPY. AUD JPY is looking like it's buying. Just JPY, let me look at the other yen pairs. Yeah. Okay, so I've just put the entry just above this previous high. And just wait first, but I'll be typing it out in the meantime. Okay, wait on that one. So guys, I'm looking at my other, I'm just looking at other charts on my other machine. Just in case you're wondering why I'm so quiet. I'm confirming some. As I look at my phone and I'm typing to as well the trades. So technically what I'm seeing is this we're kind of in a zone here with UJ. And we've been pushing lower, like these are just lower highs, lower highs. So I'd like to see it fast breaking structure for me to confirm the buy, because we've been pushing lower. If I look at it from this perspective. So we could actually just end up dropping all the way to this previous zone here. So I'm just waiting. So the yen pairs are looking the same. This could actually be a retest and a continuation to the downside. When I look at it again right now, there's a lot of liquidity down here. So you might actually just push lower and then continue consolidating. Grab all this liquidity here. I'm seeing some rejection up here. So what I'll do is I'll put a pending order on UJ. And if it gets to that level, well and good. If it does not, I'm putting the entry just below this previous low here. Because sometimes these trades will take forever to actually pan out. So we can't sit just looking at them the whole session. So my take is either it'll come into this zone and bounce off and continue it to the upside, or it will just drop all the way here, just based on the fact that we've been scaling lower highs, and we are seeing rejection top side. I mean, this candle's pushed up, then there was the bearish candles, and then we are seeing this candle with a small body and a long wick showing a rejection to the top side. I'm also thinking maybe the buy is extended. We are at the 50% level on the fib. There's rejection here. So I think once it crosses below the 38.2, we are definitely in sell territory for sure. So that's why I've put my entry below here. So I'll just leave it at that for now. But if we pass the 50%, then we'll continue to the upside. Yeah. But this is going to be a slow trade. NZDJPY. Let me look at US30. They tend to correlate. US30, on the other hand, is playing games. I'm not even going to touch it for this session. We're seeing rejection down here. This was a London session trade, where we are seeing major rejection here. Let me see CAD JPY. What's CAD JPY? Is it pushing lower? USD CAD. Pushing up. This could be a spring. About 40 pips. I have to wait for a confirmation for maybe USD CAD. The market right now is really not trending. It's just really in a sideways consolidation kind of thing going on. That's why I'm taking my time to actually just call out these trades. Like we can see right now, we're in a resistance zone here. So initially when it pushed up, it faked out a lot of people to the upside and then pushed lower. So we could just continue pushing lower because we are back at this resistance. That's why I'm hesitant on calling this trade right now. Let me go back to GBP, the GJ pairs, USDJPY as well. So we are seeing we are still rejecting. So let me see USDJPY. We are still in this zone of sorts. Rejection as well. But this would be my pending orders on UJ up here and below. Because I know for sure if it breaks below this, then we are definitely headed down. And if it breaks structure up here and closes above, then we are definitely buying. that's just what's up. But this will be a slow trade. So let me just call them. Let me just post them in the group. Second trade for New York session on UJ, USD, JPY, entry on the sell stop. Okay, I'll do the buy stop first. So the entry for the buy stop is 110.841. Usually when I'm trading, I don't even necessarily enter sell stops and buy stops because I have time to, when I'm trading myself, I have time to look at the chart and decide which trade I'm getting into. But when I'm doing the signals, I just keep pending orders because I don't have time to just sit the whole day looking at the screen. So I just give my estimations in terms of where I see the market going. And then I give room for them to play out so that we're not wicked in. Sometimes we do get wicked in, like we did this morning with US 30. It does happen sometimes. Like you can try and be as perfect as you want to, but the market just gets you. So as long as your risk management is okay, even if you take an L on the trade, you should be still good to go. So 111.420 is what I would put for my target, but I want to see this target again properly. Yeah, we are seeing, yeah, there's a bit of a zone here. So yeah, 56 pips thereabouts. This would be 43, about 40 pips to about 56 pip range there. Thereabouts. So if we don't break through, definitely we are headed down. So 11141 so 7 inches 50. Seven. Then the stop loss just above the previous, just below the previous low. Yeah. 110.683. Okay, so that's one. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Any comment, question as I type. I don't think USD JPY will break structure here. I highly doubt it. But the market will surprise you. We've been fairly bullish for quite a while. And we are still scaling higher lows. So I still think we are bullish. So there's a lot of room for Euro JPY to push up. When this huge massive drop happened, it created a bit of imbalance in the market. So there may be an attempt to just correct that imbalance. But we're on a strong support level here, yeah, on a strong support level. So what I will do for the 5 minutes. So we are really resting on this, even on the lower time frame. This is a strong level structure. Because of this rejection candle here, I prefer the entry being slightly above, just in case we are to avoid being wicked into the trade. So I will call Euro JPY on a buy as well. So that's 130.908. 131.008. 1.108. Then we have okay, so we'll see what happens there. Second, the next trade. Looking at, let me just go back to US. Let's see how far it has gone. So we see what's happening. This is a lot of manipulation in the market. Like just, this is not normal. So it's just kicking out people out of the market, confusing us in the market, just grabbing liquidity basically. But I believe it will continue pushing up because this imbalance is being created in the market. I believe it will keep on pushing higher, and then now before it continues to drop. So as you can see right now, that's what's happening. It's literally going to push all the way up. So knocks you out on stop loss and then goes for your target, because this was the London session trade I'd called. Again. Okay. So still waiting on AU. Okay, so Euro NZD, I think we're going into a buy as well. So I'm just going to call it right now, Euro NZD. Euro NZD, just as Euro JPY is buying, so is Euro NZD. In the entry 1.67, 1.67950. Sometimes the market moves so far, like, I mean, look at that. Oh God. Like before you can even finish typing TP2. So final target here should be, yeah, should be, okay, 60 pips. TP3 1.68546. And stop loss is 1.677. Just below the previous low. Okay, so 16. Lord, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? That means so our gold is not yet. Let me see USD JPY. What's happening there? So we can see it's pushing down, but slowly. But there could be some rejection as it continues onward. So we might trigger the buy stop. Euro JPY. Is dropping, so let's see if it breaks structure below here, or if it rejects and then starts pushing up. Hopefully it will reject. Is already on the move. Okay, so this failed to get to this level, which sometimes will happen. So this is actually buying. Is there any key levels up here? Simply around here. Let's see. So you can see this is a key level. Price came here, rejected, and pushed away. So technically, we got into this zone. Yeah. This would be a late entry for GN, but it's actually buying. But I won't call it. I mean, this is about what? This level, we have about 34 pips. I think we've missed that one, so it's okay. AUD and ZD has been pushing lower and lower and lower, but we've gotten to a final low here. where it stopped pushing lower, it's retested, bounced off that low. So yeah, I think we'll start seeing the movement up, the rejection, because this is where we broke through, yeah. And this is the second time, okay, we retested this level, came back, retested this level, and then pushed lower. And then now as retesting the second level for the second time. So chances of this continuation happening to the upside are high, but I would wait for a good entry would possibly be if we break structure here. Like I'm looking at this. This is an interesting level here. So if we break this level, then we can buy AUD and ZD. So I wouldn't get in right now because I'm seeing some rejection up here. So let's see. NZD USD. NZD USD is looking interesting. I feel like we may reject this level though and we wait and see, or we may just break through and drop. NZD CAD. Usually these are the good pairs to trade during the New York session. They tend to move a lot during the New York session. So what we are seeing here is there's an order block here. Now this trade might just come and drop all the way down. How many pips are these? 37, 83, 67. NZD CAD is looking so bad. But it's in the middle of nowhere. That's why I'm not calling it. There's not enough room, you know. Similarly with These moves are not very exciting. Okay, UJ is on the move. So let's see.
You don't walk the electric.
So let's see if UJ breaks structure. If it does, this is a home run. We shall hit take profit. Bum, bum, dun, 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 dun. Okay, so Euro JPY, we are seeing it dropped, but then we can now begin to see this rejection there. In fact, maybe I will. This may take a while to form. How's that looking? Okay, that's already gone. Euro card. Okay, I don't want to repeat any of the morning trades. So I'm looking for one more pair to call out. One more pair. And then we are done. Because most of the pairs have already moved significantly. Actually, so Euro AUD has been in a consolidation for a while. So we may just see after this rejection, it might just go all the way to the top. That's what I'm anticipating as I look at this right now. There's room for that to happen. So Euro AUD, I think I'm going to call it right about now for a buy, just above the high, because it's broken structure here. It's broken this level here. It's a bullish engulfing, and I'll put the high just above the previous high here. And my stop loss, I'll just put it at this level here. Where do I put my, just about here, 68 pips. I'll just put about 60 pips. That's how we do. Yeah, so this is the next trade I am calling, which is Euro AUD. Which is the 5th trade of the day. Euro AUD 1.57607, 1.57707, 57807, and then finally 1.558, 1.58. And this, yeah, and the stop loss is 17 pips, 1.57428. Yep, that's the 5th trade. So far I've done gold in summary. That is still doing its thing. It has not yet executed. The sell stop. And then I've called USD JPY, which has not yet executed. It still seems to be rejecting, but looks like it will, because this is pushing to the upside. We hope that it will get to its, make up its mind. Euro JPY is still pushing lower. So actually Euro JPY, I might just put a sell stop there. Let me see, Euro NZD, that one already went. And then Euro AUD is just about to execute. So the only one I want to look again is Euro JPY. That's now at this level. Looks like we want to drop to the downside. Let me just below this previous low. The high just above the zone. So if I look at this, we look like we want to push lower. So I've just put the entry just below at this level. Yeah, just below that. Let's see. This is a very strong bearish candle. 6 more minutes on that candle. Let me see the 5 minutes. Yeah, so if there's room for, so let me just put a sell stop for Euro JPY. The other pairs look like they've already moved. So I'm not able to find any potential trade that hasn't yet moved right now. I think that's it for today. 525, 525. $130. So what's the entry for the sell stop? It's 130.458. Then the TP3 is 129.861, which is about 59 pips away from the entry, which is 60 points. SL is 15 pips, which is 130.617. Okay, done. Is the DAU moving? I hope so. Not yet. Still finding its way. But it should pan out. Should. US 30, what is it doing? That's my daughter in the background singing, in case you're wondering. yeah, so guys, that's it. We can see gold is now just about to execute on this candle. Yeah, so I think that's it for today, guys. Thank you for being on this live trading. I hope it's beneficial. I know it's not one of the more exciting sessions because all I'm doing is just looking at pairs and trying to find out when we should get in to the market. So, but thank you guys for tuning in. See you next time. Bye.